Well, we just completed a successful Pennsylvania public land hunt and really wanted to talk about expanding your horizons and getting out and hunting some public land in another state. And, you know, so many people gravitate to Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, Kentucky, South Dakota, some of the big buck states that are out there, even Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, where tried and true traditional big buck states. But there's a lot of opportunity out there for just getting out and expanding your horizons. And let's look at it this way. What you learn wherever you hunt can be applied wherever else you hunt, even on private land versus public. It really broadens your horizons and gives you a different perspective and a good set of strategies that you can use anywhere. And I think, you know, I just shot this beautiful buck. We've already shot a couple other videos and did some speaking stuff, but I was a wreck. You know, this is special. Really special to get a buck like this. This is my 21st season out here in Pennsylvania. First season was in '93. This is about my 16th, 17th buck out here. And, you know, it's a very special hunt. It's a special area to me. But I want to talk about how you can make it special and really start a tradition somewhere where you can go and say, hey, this is where I want to hunt. And really, I come out here not because I'm going to find a booner. You know, I've heard people in the industry say, they won't even go find a spot to hunt unless there's a 200 incher there or a 180 plus. And to me, there's a lot more to hunting, and being able to shoot an older buck, it doesn't matter what the score is, anywhere, you know, really gives you a great experience to apply somewhere else. That's why I come out here. I come out here because of the connection to the land, the area. I'm going to talk about some key factors for getting away that you want to consider. One, overall cost. You know, when we come to Pennsylvania, the cost for a tag is literally just over $100. It's about $101, $102. They also give you a spring turkey and a fall turkey permit with that tag too. But there's a lot of states that you can hunt in for under $200 for your tag. And so really, you know, you go to Illinois, I think it's over 500. Iowa's over 500 now, and you have to wait and draw. There's a lot of these 900 now for Iowa.
Once you're all in. Yep.
There you go. So, and the drawing and application process for a few years. But bottom line is there's a lot of states out there where you can get to and just enjoy a good hunt. But how are you going to find a good hunt? You know, that's really tough. It's very intimidating for people to go out on public land and say, this is where I'm going to hunt. And you know, you don't know who's there. You don't know how many people are there. Some keys to where we hunt. We hunt by a smaller town. We hunt in national forests. So big, open wooded, giant areas of tens of thousands of acres next to small towns. Small towns meaning we're in a town of about 8,000 out here where we come out to. So when you mix in a lot of public land, no private land, the deer are a little bit smaller, of course. They don't have all those ag crops to feed on, but then you get a lot of areas to roam. You know, since '93 that I've been coming out here, you know how many people I average seeing per day out here in the woods? About one. Very rarely do we see 2 or 3 people out in the woods. In fact, we're in our second day of hunting here and we have yet to see another hunter. It's just Jen and I, Dylan filming, and that's what we've seen. Yeah, I think we had 7 cars at the parking area where we walked in. We saw some people at where we walk in. We saw some people where we come out, and that's pretty typical too. But once you get out here, it's a big enough area. There's a lot of area to roam. I like looking for areas that don't have a lot of roads. We're in an area that's probably 3 by 10 miles. Where there's no roads going into the center or access roads going in. A lot of times they shut down the forestry roads around here. Small town, big open state land or federal land. I've hunted state land where it's 60,000 acres plus, and you can get out into the woods and not see a lot of other hunters. If you're hunting within shouting distance of the car, you'll probably see a lot of hunters. But we're in a ways. I know this morning it took us about an hour and 15 minutes to get to our spot, and that was straight in, just walking. And we took breaks. We took a lot of breaks because we went up about 700 feet in elevation. I'm 53 and I'm starting to feel it. And that brings up another point. You know, again, big open public land areas, smaller towns nearby. And one of the really points is, when I come out here, in all these years of hunting, and all those bucks I've shot, I haven't hunted more than 3 days ever, I don't believe. I think the longest that I've hunted is 3 days. There might be a year where it was 4 days in there. And I've averaged about a day per buck. This is a second day buck. I've shot a few bucks on the second day. Most of my bucks have been on opening day. The point is, This isn't something that needs to break the bank. Now, in the case of Pennsylvania and a lot of states, the season opens on a Saturday. You go out on, used to go out a day ahead of time and scout, but I know this area like the back of my hand. That's not changing it at all. It looks the same as when I was here 31 seasons ago for that first time. So I used to come out, spend a day of walking around. I used to come out here first time out here was when I was 23 years old. I was out here in jeans, boots, long sleeve t-shirt, and a compass. And I had a topo map. Now we use HuntWise. It's easy to get around the area. The bottom line is I can take that topo, compass, walk around out here. I remember time the day before opening day, I walked 11 miles. And I'd look for concentrations of sign, areas that I want to hunt, areas in between people areas, and we talk about strategies in other videos. But bottom line is I'm looking for a little area I can get in the woods, call it my own for that time, and it's a long ways away. It's very, very random and not very often that someone is in your spot. I had that happen one time literally in all these years that I walked in, and it was 2019 where I walked all the way in. I was an hour in and there's a flashlight around where the bench I was going to watch. Well, I just went to plan B, no big deal. Ended up shooting a nice buck over there on the second day. You don't need to plan a long time to hunt. Just getting away. We're staying in a local motel. It's a hotel I stay in all the time for travel as far as the chain that goes. We stay and eat local food, local pizza. In fact, I've been eating at the same restaurant where we eat. I think the first time was in '93 that I went there. Still looks the same. You start to develop not only a love for the land, but a love for the area. You look forward to just rolling into town. I couldn't stop talking. You know, I came in with Dylan. It's special to hunt with Dylan. We've been hunting together since 2016. We worked together. He's been filming since that time. We've been friends for a long time. And then to have Jen come out here with me is just so special. She's hunting till about 10 o'clock. So very, very special place to be here. And I couldn't stop talking about, yeah, this is where this happened. This is where we go eat. This is where we stay. That's where we used to go out and play pool, you know, a couple nights before the season started. You know, all these different local hotspots, and then also the love of the land out here. You start to develop that, and I hope you understand why I come back. It's a special place. It doesn't need to break the bank. You don't need to plan on days and days of hunting. I see a lot of people plan their rutcations to these big fancy states, and by the end of the 9 days, they're burned out. They've been sitting in a tree saddle for 9 days straight, 7 days straight. They've been hiking a lot. Maybe they shot something, maybe they didn't. But bottom line is, we're hunting on the ground out here. We're just getting in here. It's a cheap hunt. We can come out, leave, and look forward to it the next year after that. It's going to be the same because it's public land. Doesn't change much. The town doesn't change much. You know, we've sat here. Dylan, how long ago did I shoot this buck? Hour and 15 minutes ago? Yeah. And just to sit here and reflect. I think I've been sitting on this log for a while, thinking about the hunt. Dylan gave me some of his fresh hot coffee after I shot him. I already ate an oatmeal pie. Text Jen. We can barely get text back and forth. Text a couple friends. It's just a special time of reflection. It's not just reflecting on this hunt. It's reflecting on hunts past in this location. You know, nearby. It's the first time I've shot a buck right there, but I've shot a buck over the hill over there. My last buck was a quarter mile that way. Shot a buck out on the end of this point. I've shot a few down in the hollow down there and the other hollow. And, you know, it all adds up here to a bunch of memories. I'd like to see you develop those memories. Get out and enjoy some public land somewhere. Try it. And what's really cool when it's all said and done, those experiences that you take for a couple days of hunting out of state, you can then take back to your own private land somewhere, and there's valuable lessons to be learned, whether it's people movement, deer movement, that you can apply to wherever you hunt and really just add to your experience level so you can hunt a whitetail, not only anywhere a whitetail roams, but on some of this great public land that's around in some state, somewhere nearby. I appreciate you guys watching the YouTube channel, but I don't know if everyone knows everything that we have to offer, whether it's on whitetailhabitatsolutions.com, our website, our WHS Wildlife Blends, our seed company. Also Instagram you can check out. I'm very active on Instagram, putting strategies on there, photos of what we do every day. Much more active there than Facebook. But our seed, web classes, books, clients, articles. I have over 600 articles on whitetailhabitatsolutions.com, everything whitetail strategy. Of course, we have hats on there, and then make sure to check us out on Instagram again. But lots of stuff to offer. We're always coming out with new things, and this isn't the end of it. We have more things coming soon. Make sure to check us out.